Whenever it's time for me to dress up for Sunday Mass or church in general, I always ask myself one simple question that helps me decipher what to wear. Well, the question is, does it impress the ladies? That's pretty clearly a joke, but my mom's probably still gonna make fun of me for that one. But yes, today I wanted to talk about how to dress for church. And I'm not gonna give you, like you have to wear a suit and a tie or you have to wear a dress or what. I'm not gonna give you any of that because the answer's not that simple. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna tell it to you in 3 different ways. I'm gonna tell you why we do dress up and should dress nice so that it makes sense to you and then you can maybe follow it instead of giving you a strict guidelines of what to do and not a reason why to. Second, I'll tell you what to wear. And lastly, I'll talk about these live streams because, to be very honest, in this time, I'm willing to bet a lot of us haven't been able to go and physically be in church, be it Mass or be it whatever service your church holds. I'm quite certain we haven't been able to physically be in church unless they've opened it up to the public or whatever it may be. But yeah, it is a little troubling time. So I'll talk about what about live streams as well. So to begin, why? Why should we dress up for church? Why can't we go in shorts? Is it because we can't worship in shorts? Not at all. Not at all. I think it's pretty clear that we can worship in whatever we wear. In fact, some of my best prayers happen in the shower. And I'm definitely not wearing a suit and tie there. So, but every Mass that we celebrate, especially for us Catholics, every Mass we celebrate, it's a feast. It's a heavenly banquet. Therefore, we have to dress in accordance to the situation, right? So if we're going to a party, we're gonna dress a certain way. If we're going to a formal event, we're gonna dress a certain way. We can't show up to a wedding in shorts. It's just something people don't do. The thing is, just like that, though, it's a heavenly banquet, especially with the Eucharist being there. Like, God is physically and spiritually present at every Mass. And when, you don't believe me that it's a banquet? Well, when the priest consecrates the host and he lifts up the host, the bread, and he says, this is my body and this is my blood, do this in remembrance of me. Jesus at the Last Supper called us to every Sunday, or every Mass for that matter, to celebrate the Eucharist and to celebrate the Holy Communion that we have with him. And because of such a supernatural miracle and event going on every single Mass, every single Sunday, it just doesn't seem fitting to wear shorts and to wear slides to go to Mass. That's not to say that those are bad clothing. They're not sinful articles of clothing. No, not at all. You're not gonna wear that to a sports event or whatever, right? You're not gonna wear a suit and tie to a sports event. In the same way, you want to dress according to what the Mass, or what the event is, which the Mass is pretty holy. Secondly, what to wear? Well, honestly, you wear what you've got. You wear the best of what you've got. If that is shorts for somebody, be honest with yourself. And if it is shorts, then it is shorts. Sometimes I'm at tennis tournaments and in San Antonio, Dallas, or wherever, and I can't come back home to bring, a pair of good clothes, or I'm going to Mass in between 2 matches. I need to be in shorts for the matches coming up. And while, yes, I have tried to pack and I have tried to accommodate for those Mass, for like Mass and stuff, sometimes it's just not possible. And so I wear what's best in my, what I have most available to me, what's best and the most available to me, which is shorts in that sense, in that situation. And so, just however, be honest with yourself. If you're wearing shorts and you've got a closet full of like dress shirts and everything that you wear to weddings, that you wear to like, formal events, be honest with yourself. Are you really giving him the respect that he deserves? Are you really giving him the reverence that he deserves? Again, that's not to say you can't do it with shorts, but it's just something that should be thought about. And so what about live streams? Well, in live streams, you've got to ask yourself the hard questions. Just like the previous point, you've got to ask yourself a harder question, which is, are you watching TV or are you worshiping Christ? Because so often I think we get comfortable, and this was me too, this was our family too. When we first started watching the live streams, we would bundle up on the couch, have a blanket in our PJs, and you know, like we'd get real comfortable and watch Mass. But at that point, it becomes something sort of entertainment. And this is not at all entertainment. We don't go to church to be entertained, not at all. And if that is our sole purpose, to go to church, we need to really reconsider what we're going for. Because we're not going to get entertained, we're going to worship God. And so, if we're watching live streams and we're in, you know, our pajamas and we're, like I said, snuggled up on the couch, feeling real comfortable, it's not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, is that really worshiping Christ, or are you at that point watching TV? Do you genuflect? I'm not sure about the Protestants if you guys genuflect or not, but what genuflect is where you kneel before you enter the pew, where you stand up, kneel, and sit during worship. And so if you're watching a live stream, I highly encourage you genuflect. You participate in the Mass as if you were there. Because God is, he said, when two or more are gathered in my name, he's present. And so he is present during that Mass, even at your house. The thing is, are you showing the reverence that you would at a normal church? And I found once you start genuflecting, it becomes so much easier to focus too. And lastly, you should dress nice even if it means for an hour at home. You're sitting at home on the couch or wherever you are, taking the time to say the Mass. Dress nice, as if you're actually going to Mass. Because these little things are seen by God. And it's not that he counts on all the little things that you do, but it pleases him. For sure pleases him. It shows him that, Lord, I care enough to dress up for an hour for you. You know, you matter that much to me that I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go out of my way and dress up. Because it's the easy thing to do is just go and sit down there and just watch it. But it shows that you care enough about him that you're willing to do that. That being said, I hope all of this has made sense. And I'm Travis from Bread Come to Life. Thank you for watching.